And I cannot skip that topic because that is a topic that I am discussing.
I
Yes,
hear
I'm
you.
black. Yes, I'm a woman. Yes, black women need to be protected. But for a minute, I'm talking about me, a black woman who was not protected. I'm talking about what happened to me, my experience in that space, the betrayal, how it hit, how it hurt.
Right. I
And I
understand.
don't
I
want
got you.
to, I don't want to make it wide. I want to focus on how I feel for a minute because I need to hold space for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so many times I get on this live that the people have denigrated my character and I hold space for all these people and I give healing. Even
Right.
yesterday, I chose healing over harshness.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was there for that.
I cannot keep on doing that because what happens to me, I get trampled on.
Right.
And I try to take the higher road. It doesn't work in all situations. So I'm speaking to what happened to me and asking people to hold space for my lived experience as a black woman in a white woman's space while a black person was moderating it. And when I say
Right.
moderating it, I'm talking about she was leading the live because Nugget takes direction from her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to cast my feelings aside.
I hear you.
And that's what I'm talking about. 45 minutes of a tirade about me is not cool.
Right. But those weren't friends. You know what I mean? At all. But, and that's what I meant too, by the way. I just did not convey it correctly. And I apologize for that. It wasn't clear. But that's what I mean. Like, one, they're not understanding what friendship is and what that entails. Because, you know, I mean, there's certain principles, right, that should already have been established before this person is even a friend. You know what I mean? And that's things that are just their natural rights to being, right? And what you should do even if you weren't a friend, right? But then you add friendship to it and it um makes it even more, important and imperative that you protect that person's peace because you have made a bond. This person has formed trust with you, which is not easy for Black women to do. And so you know that. And you know what I mean? There's some intersectionality that needs to be displayed as well when it comes to that. And there's a lot of things that were just lacking um, in that. You know what I mean? So I just want to let you know, I heard you. I'm here.
Well, if
Listen,
you
and
sit and listen,
I wanted to say this too. Um, just because there are women, um, just because there are Black women, right, who go to Gentie's live, doesn't mean that he's creating a safe space. There are some women
all right.
who are just as messy. All right. There are some people who enjoy the drama because it's like a high. All
That
right.
dopamine.
And it has been studied, by the way, as well. All right. There are some people who thrive on it. No, I can't tell you who to exit from. That is your choice. I can't do that for you. You're going to have to use your own discernment and decide for yourself. That's not how I work. That's how other people work on this app. But me, I would like for you to make your own decision.
What I want to say is saying nothing is throwing someone under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
We know this complicit behavior. Your silence is complicit.
Right. And only going in private about it too and be like, I got your back. That
Yeah,
is, that's not cool either. You
I'm
can't
not going to
shadow
do.
defense in this. Yeah. We have to be. yeah, when I mean too that we have to protect Black women in every facet, I mean that even includes digitally as well. And if a Black woman shows you how she wants her protection, you're going to have to do it that way. You know what I mean? And I believed yesterday that we displayed that, how we wanted our protection to look like. And I know for a fact, I could confidently say that I set the example of the tone of how that should look like
You definitely
as well,
did.
of how that should look like when it becomes, because we receive so much aggression, our protection needs to be just as aggressive and not passive. You know what I mean? Our peace.
It is betrayal.
Yeah, it's
I
portrayal.
feel betrayed and I'm not going to act like I don't. And if you betray me online, I'm addressing the betrayal online. If I come to you privately and try to have a discussion with you and you are obtuse about it and try to throw it back in my lap and try to manipulate the conversation, you have to understand that I'm 10 times smarter than you think I am. And the things that I don't say doesn't mean I don't know. But I watch and I watch and I watch. I
So
watched.
here's my thing, because people are asking what the solution is. The solution is we'll do it here. All right. What we set the example of, I'll do it here, because there's no one
Love
better
you.
who can do it better than a Black woman. So we'll do it here. What did Bree and Pat, anyone care? No, no one's caring to summarize just so you could be in a drama. Some of y'all are bad actors. Bye. I'm not. This is not for your entertainment. This is what I mean. Stop doing that to Black women. We're not for your fucking entertainment. If you don't know, then you just don't know.
You
It
just
wasn't
don't know.
meant
You
for you
came
to
too
know.
late.
Yeah. So I'm letting you guys know, whoever comes in asking these dumbass questions, I'm blocking on sight.
That's what I did yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trampled on.
Yeah, it's not for you to know. Black women are not for your entertainment. When are you guys going to understand that? When we continuously embarrass your asses?
It is not a safe space. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I'll say over and over for me, to me, Ray. It's not a safe space. And I'm going to say that. Pat Genty is not a safe space. I think he has a disdain for Black women. And he uses us as an opportunity to create
Mm-hmm.
content by getting
Black
us bad.
trauma,
And
black
then,
drama.
exactly. And then, all while creating drama, prefacing it as accountability.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't preference abuse as accountability. That is not accountability. I don't understand why people are not getting this. Black women don't need to be digitally lynched so that they can be held accountable. That's not
All
cool.
right.
A Black woman
Also,
should not be in a space crying to where her body is shaking and you can see it. And she starts to use tactics to calm herself down, like singing. And then you say, that was weird that you just bust out and sang. You're crazy. Something
right.
is wrong there. You cannot tell me you're safe. I watched. It was sent to me. Black women were asking me to address it. And I held my tongue quiet for a minute because I needed to like figure out how I'm going to address it. Like, what am I going to say? Is it worth addressing at all? He did bully her, coach. He bullied that woman till she
Mm-hmm.
had nothing left. Finally, she
That's not
just was like, I
healing.
am so sorry. I am so sorry. Like, No one should feel that bruised. That's abuse.
Mm-hmm.
She literally starts singing during the live to cope with all the anxiety that she was feeling. And you're going to tell me that's okay? You're going to tell me to come in your live? You must be kidding me. And
They have to see
everyone
her
has
as
their
human
own
first.
standard. How would
They
you
have to
say?
see her as human because they did not see her human as her not deserving of any type of peace. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's like y'all really strongly believe that Black women are not allowed to feel. It's so ableist too. That we're
Yes,
not allowed to have these same exact emotions, right? Like we're just ox, we're just beast to you guys, and that's it. And you think that every time a Black woman feels something, that the response is to clown. That's a typical toxic Black man response to everything too, by the way. I've
exactly.
had to deal with Black men so long. Every time a Black woman was crying or maybe had a misstep, they would clown her until she is nothing and then justify it.
And justify it. I'm sure right now, because I've called Pat out loud, he's going to say, I'm not going to speak on a Black woman. He's going to try to change the narrative. You can't change the narrative. You have spoken on me plenty. Not going to speak on a Black woman, even though she's trying to call me out. He's going to try to manipulate. You have called me out in many people's lives, and you did it yesterday. You kept on doing it. After I attempted to speak to you privately, and you refused because you wanted to make money off of the denigration of my character. You wanted to slaughter me
That's not
and
safe
then
for him
try to
either.
act like after you done use me out, then say, I would like to have a safe space for us to talk. No.
Mm-hmm.
And then have the unmitigated gall to come in here and say, this has lasted for 2 weeks. This is far too long. While you are the culprit, keeping the mess going. Having live after live after live after live, talking about it. And also, how self-righteous are you to say it's too much when you have been having the same argument for a year now?
Okay, tokenizing Black women doesn't mean that he's safe or that he's an okay person. It's
Of
it's
course, he
it's
can
still
say
white
that now because
supremacist
he's
tools.
already been dogged by me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. These are white supremacist tools. Let me tokenize and weaponize somebody who looks like her against her. Does that
Mm-hmm.
sound familiar, guys? Think. You know what I mean?
Wow, I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know, Candied Capricorn.
Yeah. Like I'm telling you. And it's not even a safe space for him. Look at the mess that he's going through. You know what I mean? It's not a safe space for him. It's not a safe space, period, guys. It's not.
Skip, liquor. You probably in trouble. Let me explain what happened in that live yesterday. I was a mod on a live. I stayed because at the end of the day, I was thinking that this would be handled. And as it went on, I left the live. I'm like, what the hell's going on? People are still talking. This guy is still talking. I actually didn't stay for the entire thing. Then I came back and I hit Nuggets up and I said to her, Nuggets, when he is done, I'm going to come in the live because I don't want to have this visceral conversation with him. A visceral response. Like, I don't want to be doing that. So I'll wait till he leaves and then I'll come in and I'll speak to my points. So I did not stay for the whole thing because I could not take it. I had heard enough. What I do know and I'm pretty aware of is that no one stopped it.
Mm-hmm. I wish I was not asleep, man. I was so tired. But I wish that I stayed up for that so I can reestablish what we had set. You know what I mean? Those boundaries and that protection that we had set already before that live. You know, in the midst of trouble, Even when there's a bunch of trolls or a whole mob that's coming after you, you know, you got to learn how to stand 10 toes on what you guys, established together as a group. No one can run your life. Your life is your life. You can have a bunch of people gaslighting. This is what cliques do. This is the clique mentality, right? This mob mentality, right? They're all going to agree with each other regardless. They don't care about the truth. They want to soak in trauma. And if that means breaking a Black woman's spirit to do it, then that's all they care about. They don't care. There's no rules that they're following either. They don't play by any rules. They don't respect rules. They don't respect boundaries. If you're following these type of people, unfollow Ray.
Please, because I don't need you here. I was denigrated in that live, and I'm going to speak truth to it. And I sat in it, and I was in and out of it, to be quite honest with you, because I couldn't take the brutality. 45 minutes of someone denigrate my character was unacceptable. 45 minutes of one person after the other keep coming in. I had to leave at a certain point. When I came back in, it was still going on. I finally reached out to Nuggets and said, hey, I want to get in the box, but I don't want to get in the box with him. And I'm choosing who I engage with. And if you was in that live, you see me get out the live when Original Keith came in. I don't hold space for him. I got out the box and let him speak. Said nothing to him, never engaged him. If they want to hold space for particular people in their life, they can do so.
Mm-hmm. And this is based off of rumors, by the way, too. Because what
All based off
receipts
of
did they
rumors,
show
no facts,
you?
stitched together pieces of content created with a narrative playing behind it, putting words in my mouth. Now nobody has to put words in my mouth.
Right.
No one.
If it was,
I know you were there, Beauty. You were there, and we have to speak truth to that. I was not allowed to speak, and that really hurt me. That really, really did something to me, considering that I have protected these women nonstop. I'm not too disappointed in Nuggets because she's a white woman. Honestly, I'm not. I expect her to do exactly what she did.
I've heard him disrespect a lot of people.
I've heard him disrespect.
And he's
And that's why I didn't hold
disrespecting
any space
Ray.
for him. I didn't hold any
One,
space. I don't have nothing personal against. I do have something personal against him. That's why I did not speak to him when he got in the box. I left the box respectfully, and I mind my business.
right. Here's the thing, too. These are a lot of people inserting themselves into something that has nothing to do with them, right? Off of rumors, off of edited clips and someone narrating. If you feel like you have to narrate that clip, you know it's not receipts.
Exactly. You narrated a
You
clip and
could have
said
just
words that
played
I
it.
did not say.
Right. You could just play the whole thing and let it speak for itself. But if you have to narrate through it, you're in the wrong. You know you're wrong. Okay. And two, this is Ray's life. If she tells somebody no, or she's in her own space and she says, I don't want you in my space, you don't belong in her space. It is not up for debate. Like it's really that simple. So that's essentially what happened, is that a Black woman created a boundary and she said no, and it's not up for debate. And a bunch of people weaponize Black men who already have these biases, right? These gender racial biases, right? To attack Ray. And they let a little girl, I don't care if I'm going to say it, I don't care if you turned 18 yesterday, you're a little girl. That's how Black women are going to treat you, because when it comes to maturity, emotional maturity and growth, it's by experience, it's by education. You are always going to be a little girl until you grow out of that. Matter of fact, there are 50-year-old women who still act like little girls. There are grown men who act like little boys. We've seen them, haven't we? Okay, you are going to be a little girl until you build your emotional maturity up. Okay, and here's why I'm saying this, right? And it's because when you're at certain ages, you are vulnerable to toxic people. Toxic people love attaching themselves to girls who they say, well, you're mature now. right? You're mature now for your age because you're 18 legally. I don't care about what laws are set. I don't care about the laws. All right. The laws are not fair. The laws have never been just. Okay. If you are a little girl, grown ass men should not be attaching themselves to you. All right.
I
Would you
agree.
allow it? Would you allow it with your daughter? Sit back and think about this. Would you allow this with your daughters on the internet? Would you allow this with your sons on the internet?
Exactly.
Come on. Yes, biology doesn't lie. All right. You're not even cognitively developed fully. You haven't cognitively developed. You calling that grown? Okay. And I'm telling you, I still wasn't even allowed to sit at the same table when I turned 18 because I was the little girl. I wasn't allowed to sit in that same room and have these very grown up discussions because I was still a little girl and I understood my place.
Hi,
The
Terry.
same goes for the same goes for here. If a
Crystal, hold
older
on a
black
second.
woman
Coco,
says no,
Coco for a second,
okay.
sweetheart. Crystal, you know, me and you are cool. However, this is a space where I have doctored safe for Black women. I see that you in a comment section fighting for Keith's life. And I'm saying to you, this ain't it. This ain't the space for
He,
that.
it's not
Keith
because I watched him
disrespecting me.
threaten her. I
Keith,
watched him
Keith,
threaten.
Keith literally told people to come after my federal licensing.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no space for Keith. And I understand if you want to hold space for Keith, you can, but I'm going to block you from this live. This is not
And
the
she,
live to do it.
right. Crystal, don't, first of all, you said you didn't know the story, right? If you don't know the story, then you are the listener. What is there for you to defend if you don't even know what went down? All right? Stop with the blind loyalty because I can guarantee you that he and other people don't give no fucks. Excuse my language. They don't care about loyalty to you. Stop with the blind loyalty on this app. That is weird. Y'all, it's weird. No, I am going to say something to you because you in this comments fighting for a man's life, he probably won't even fight for you. So yes, I am going to say something to you. If you don't like it, then you can hop out of this live. How about that? It's really that simple. You defending acts. Thank you. You're defending acts of violence against Black women, right? We happen to believe Black women, listen to Black women, right? Except for when it's inconvenient for you, right? You so unaware, right? But why are you here then? Because I'm not going to allow you to gaslight Ray. You don't know me at all. I know enough given the comments that you are making on this live. That's all I need to know about you.
All right. I gave that enough space.
Yeah,
She's not
bye
learning.
girl.
I had to block her.
She came in here just to get information. That's it. So she
Making
could
and
run back.
I see people jumping in and out the live to get information. I don't care if you I don't care if you record me. I don't care if you think you have evidence against me. I don't care. I'm saying everything that I would say to your face on my live. If I said it in public, that means I'm not afraid for it to be known by anybody. I don't know what this is. I have receipts. I have receipts. I don't care. Like I'm on a live where most
Right.
likely 2,000, 3,000 people are watching me from the outside and only 196 are brave enough to come in. I'm on a live that most likely A lot of you people are already in this live under false accounts. So if you think that you coming in here recording me is putting some fear in my heart, you are mistaken. I'm speaking loud and clear. I'm basically on a microphone telling you exactly how I feel about you.
Right. And she has support still, because I'm not breakable either on this damn internet. It's a fucking internet, okay? You're not breaking me on this internet. I'm not going to allow it. You still have someone who's standing 10 toes. I say what I mean. Ray still has support. You have not been able to successfully use your narcissistic traits to isolate her. I'm still
Thank
here.
you. These are narcissists. And some
Mm-hmm.
people, you didn't get blocked. How do you, wait, some people have been attacked by narcissists and they have learned the characteristics of a narcissist and have weaponized those same characteristics and they use it actively. And what I'm witnessing is those who say they were in narcissistic relationships, they have become the
Mm-hmm.
narcissist.
Because there's two type of people: those who become the abuser and those who become a survivor. Two differences.
It is psychopaths. I literally called them a psychopath because if I block you from my space and you continue to make accounts to come in here, something is
Right.
psychologically wrong with you. There's some pathologies that you're dealing with. There is something is going on here because there's no way.
Peace, you gotta go. Like, I don't know why you're groaning so much. That's my dog, by the way, if you hear any groaning. He acts like an old man.
I personally adore Juju, but again, I'm not going to go in his space because I don't feel safe in anyone else's space. And I told him that. We came in my live. He asked me a question. I don't have a problem with him holding whatever space, but I disconnected myself from everyone.
Right.
And I'm choosing that for my peace. So I
It was
have
stalking and
blocked,
harassment.
unfriend, and that's what it is.
Ray has been stalked, harassed. You know what I mean? There's been rumors
Right?
that have been flying, and no one has even bothered to correct those rumors because she speaks with her whole chest, what she wants anyway. So why you need to add any words into her mouth?
Exactly. I
I'm
say what
just
I want.
that's the ridiculousness of this. And a grown ass man allow people, white and white adjacent people as that, right? To come into his life and instigate, to spread rumors and lies, and you felt for the bait again. When you were just in that live quietly the first time, and I saw it, you were in that live quietly the first time to hear for yourself before you went and started up your own live. So let's not pretend that you're innocent here. And also, Keith was in there as well. While Ray
I
was
will
in the
never take,
box.
I never will take it
While
back,
I was in the
guys. So I don't
box.
know
Yeah.
what sorry, but I will never take it back. I meant what I said. Everything that I'm
Mm-hmm.
speaking, I thought about it. I thought about what is the consequence and do I even care about these people enough? Block me, unfriend me, don't call me. I don't care.
Right. They had bad faith. They
You're
knew
crazy
that
to
they were
think I
doing
care.
this in bad faith. They knew that they were doing this in bad faith because they hopped into the live. I was in the box when this happened, by the way. I was in a box with Ray and Breezy when this was going on. And Keith that came in, you know what I mean, as well, asking all these questions. Like, I'm not taking and saying, I'm not taking my video down. Nobody asked you.
Nobody
One,
asked you to take your video down.
nobody
I don't even know
asked you
what
about
you're talking
anything.
about.
You weren't even part of the conversation. You're non-existent because it's not even about you. Keith, if you're in here in your background backup account, a burner account, that you got to drag a black woman down to the mud just for some coins on this app. Wow. just so you can have it made with other big content creators? You sad as hell. I'm just saying. You sad as hell for just to be in the midst of a piece of drama that don't even concern you. And on top of that, she wouldn't have even mentioned what you have done if you didn't threaten her whole entire livelihood. That's recorded, by the way.
Exactly.
That's recorded. So you can't claim that you didn't say that, because all she has to do is pull it. You said it with your whole chest in Juju's live. That was a threat, and she has every right as a professional and as a woman to take that serious.
I took it serious.
Mm-hmm.
I took that serious, but I handled it off the app.
Mm-hmm.
I already
As
have
you
my
should
federal
have.
license. I already have my state licensing. I'm not trying to get anything. You are.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to play with you. I'm going to tell you what it is and what it isn't. You got in that box. I didn't want to talk to you. I don't feel like I have to. So I didn't.
Mm.
You wouldn't even have
And
proximity to me if we weren't on this live, on this app. So I act like you don't exist because you don't. And so that's what it was for me. I just kept it moving.
like
I just
you're a
kept it
whole ass
moving.
groupie. You're a groupie. All right? That's what you are to me. You're a whole ass groupie. You trying to fit in at a black woman's expense. That shit ain't cool. I said it. So you can be mad at me now. I really don't care. Like, Zach, I'm not going to meet half of you or majority of you on this internet. I don't give a damn about you. If you're not boots on the ground, I don't give a damn. All right? If you're not actively and aggressively boots on the ground fighting for our life and our humanity, I don't give a damn.
Me either.
Right. Keep it pushing.
I rebuke you, I remove you, and I'm moving on, and I won't look back.
Right.
And I'm calling a
Just
spade a spade, and that's what I'm doing. What happened? And the reason why I felt so bad for Beauty Boutique yesterday, because this woman was in there holding space for Black women, and
mm-hmm.
she was ambushed by that live.
Oh.
She wasn't ambushed in the sense that people were attacking her, but she was so
Okay.
lost as to what was going on.
Right.
And so I hit her up privately and I tried to explain to her, because I didn't want her to feel like first of all, she had to defend me without all the information or speak up on anything. Because I didn't feel it was fair to put her in that situation and for her to be asked to speak on a topic that she's not aware of. I didn't like that. And so I didn't do it
Right.
to her, and I didn't ask her to hold space for me. And I felt
Hey,
like that
Beauty.
was
Hey,
I felt like that was terrible to do to you personally. You were
yeah,
put into it so that other people could bring you into it. And I didn't want that for you. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
privately hit you up and
right.
discussed it, because I just felt like it was purposely done to push you in it. And
It
I'm
was,
like, no,
Mm-hmm.
no,
yeah,
no. I don't want to push this woman into something she doesn't have a full glimpse on, a full perspective on. And so I privately hit you up and said, check your DMs. Because
you sure
I
did.
from the bottom of my heart, truly want to protect Black women. And I did not
Mm-hmm.
want you to get into a space where you are about to be dog walked, because I didn't know how that was going to turn out for you, even by you speaking.
Absolutely.
It was
You are 100% correct.
it was a frightening experience for me, because I was like, this could turn easily on her.
I was so confused as to, first of all, the conversation didn't start that way. The purpose of me even coming into the live, not this live today, but the purpose of me coming into live yesterday was based on a conversation about protecting Black women. When I came in, I think you were already there, or you had got there shortly thereafter. I know Coco was there majority of the time I was there, but it was literally us talking about Black women issues, and then laughing about other things. We were talking about tampons and all kinds of stuff, and so it literally shifted in a matter of seconds. And I was
Yes.
just so floored. I didn't exit out of it because I was so confused as to what was happening. I'm like, what is going on? And then at that point, I was like, well, I can't leave because I don't want anybody else. If I have to stand up for somebody, I need to be able to be here to do that. Because from my perspective, I'm like, I'm always going to stand 10 toes for Black women. I don't care who you are. That's just how I'm built. That's what my experience has been. I've never not stood for Black women. It's what it is. So I'm like, well, let me stay here just in case something goes down and I need to be here to protect somebody. But then it just got to be to a point where I was like, what is happening here? Like, who are these guys that are coming into this live? Who are these people that are flooding the comment? What is happening? It literally went from a decent conversation to flip the script on a whole nother thing. I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't even here for the original conversation. I don't know what's going on, but why are people this mad? What is happening here? And then I felt like these guys came in and not specifically Patrick, because I really wasn't halfway listening when he was talking because I was doing other things. But I know when Keith and I don't know who the other guy was that was really aggressively talking.
Little Pat was the aggressive speaker.
Okay, like whoever that was, I felt immediately like I was personally being attacked, even though it wasn't me. That's how bad it was. I was like, what? You couldn't get a word in edgewise. You couldn't, and then I got sucked in like, Beauty, do you have a comment? Not really. I don't know the entire situation, but the way y'all talking, this is crazy. Like, I don't know what is going on. Like, why are y'all not directing this energy over to whoever it needs to be directed towards? Because this is crazy. And that was essentially what I said. I was like, where did this come from? And why are we treating each other like this? This is absolutely asinine. Absolutely asinine. And the fact that it revolves around a child is even worse. Like I was like, why is this even going on in protection of somebody that inserted themselves into adult business? Because the way I grew up, you don't sit at the table with grown folks. You do not have a conversation, and even the grown-ups did not bring the kids in to a conversation. Even when you turned 18, you were still seen as a child. I even said in the live, I said in the live, at my 31-year-old age now, I still don't join conversations with my grandparents that are having conversations with people in their 70s and 80s, because that is not for me. I stick with where I'm supposed to be generationally. I'm not, and I don't bring children in to have a talk with them. My lives are 21 and up. I don't entertain kids. There are conversations that should not be had with children on the level that we have them.
Exactly.
It just should not be the case. And if we're going to go to bat for anything, we need to talk about where the parents are. We need to talk about what happened to even get to the point where she was even allowed to speak. Like, why aren't we talking about that solution and not talking about and talking about what came after? Because if we don't fix that part, the rest of this shit is for nothing.
That part. And I've been trying. Listen, I literally, Beauty, you don't know me, but people who know me know. And the comment section was off, so people couldn't speak truth to that conversation. And that was very annoying, because he was allowed to, for 45 straight minutes, denigrate me. And no one stopped it. But the comment section was lit, because people who have followed me and know what my lives are about, they watched.
Yeah.
They watched me talk about it 3 days only. I only gave it 3 days. I addressed every topic. And I'm saying the same thing over and over because it's facts. I addressed it. And after 3 days, I started talking about anti-Blackness and the bullying that's happening in this app to Black women, because that was more important than holding space for my feelings about being attacked. I wasn't that hurt. I wasn't harmed. Like, I'm not going to hold space for that. And I don't give power to words. So you can say whatever you want about me in your space, but you cannot come in my space and attack me.
I was there
That's not going to ever happen. And if you think that it's okay that you come into someone's space and attack them, then something is wrong with you. I am not the problem. You are the problem.
Yep.
So,
but
no one is discussing that in Nuggets Live, that child was in that live unbeknownst to us. I made a critical thought, and I'm listening to her speak, in the comments section, and she sounds like a child to me. And I'm like, this girl is a minor. This girl is a child. I believe she's a child. And I'm screaming it in the comments section. No one is listening. She had been removed 3 times by then from saying denigrating words by one of the mods. Finally, she went in under someone else's account under the guise of an adult, came in the box and said I am under someone else's account because I was blocked from this live 3 times. You were blocked 3 times for your behavior. Now I'm in the box with this. Now I'm like, if she's in the box, it is what it is. Anybody can get it. I know I Speak says this all the time, and I follow suit. I'm E for everybody can get it. So we are in the box together, and she's speaking lies. She's putting words in other people's mouth, and I address her. Actually, Nuggets addressed her first. Then I said, you are lying. You're not telling truth. Oh, Ray, you're talking about semantics. I said, no, I'm not talking about semantics. I'm talking about truth and lies. Then she's like, well, you're not going to do this to me. You're not going to do this to me. I said, I'm not doing anything. I'm asking you to speak truth. Did my voice raise? Yes. At that point, I was tired of the bullshit because I had already done a live that morning where I was attacked and lied on. Breezy was attacked and lied on in that live. So I was pretty tired of the lies. So I was not allowing her to move forward until she accepted that she misspoke, and she was going to accept that she used the wrong person's name and correct that, or we were not moving forward in the conversation. And I was hella bent on it. So then I have been saying already in the comment section that this girl seems like a minor. At that point, Breezy comes in and says, hold up in the box. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Are you a minor, Kay? And Kay says in these exact words, verbatim, yes, but my birthday is in 2 to 3 days. I don't know about you, but birthdays are finite. We don't have to guess our birthdays. But I said, but if she is a minor, then I'm not having a conversation with her. Everybody's not showing the part where she begged to stay in the live. She begged to stay in the live. I don't care. I don't care. I can handle myself. Please let me stay in the live. Nuggets then sits like this, holds her head in distraught, and it's like trying to decide whether she should push her out the live or not. What should have never happened. Automatically, you should have removed her immediately. Finally, Breezy says, I'm going to make an executive decision. You have to leave the live. Sweetheart, if your birthday is 2 to 3 days from now, come back in the live when you're from 2 to 3 days. But you can't stay in here. I no longer engage with her at this point. I don't care. I don't care. So I'm not saying anything. If she would have stayed in the live, I would have gotten out the box, actually. Because I don't come on this app to engage with children.
Yep.
I don't come up to engage with children. And I have no grooming tendencies in me. So I'm not coming up here to try to tell a little girl that she sounds so damn mature. That's what groomers do. So I choose to safeguard my space. I don't go in lives with minors. That's my deal. My contracts tell me I shouldn't engage with minors online. That's a no-no. And every adult in this live should know that you shouldn't be engaging with a minor online. You put yourself in danger.
Yes.
Point blank. That minor could then say that you have interjected with them, caused them harm, the same way she's doing to me, just because I addressed her and corrected her ass. And that's how it goes. And there is no win in that. So I don't engage with minors.
Like I said yesterday, too, I'm going to say it again. The way you guys are going hard at the paint for a minor on this app who you don't even know, I hope that you guys start going this hard for women in real life and little girls in real life who are being unalived by black men at a high rate.
None of them
That
do.
part.
who are going missing, right? The I hope you guys go hard in the paint for Atiana Jefferson, who still
Yep.
hasn't received any justice yet. I still hope that you go hard beyond the paint for Breonna Taylor, because her
Taylor.
trial is going to begin soon, and we still don't know if we're going to receive full justice. You know what I mean? I wish that you guys would go this hard for Black women in real life. And for young Black girls, the protection that they need is serious. I wish that you guys weren't so fucking performative on this damn app and
So
went hard.
performative.
Yes. That part, Coco. That
Because
part.
if our life really mattered, then we would start feeling safe around Black men entirely. Just saying.
It was
Really wish
definitely
they did.
harmful. Definitely.
It was a harmful live, and I'm not going to act like it wasn't.
It definitely was. It definitely was.
And it was allowed to happen. And because they didn't learn the first time, and that's what it is. Because as long as one particular Black woman is not being attacked, then it's okay to attack all women. And that's what I feel. Long as one particular Black woman is not being attacked in that live, then it's open season on every other Black woman.
That part.
I'm saying it out loud. Because Nuggets never made an apology to Black community for letting Black women be abused in that live. She made an apology to Breezy from letting her be abused in that live. I'm speaking facts.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her this personally. So I'm not saying anything that I couldn't say or didn't say to her. And they were mad that I was blocking, trying to keep the violence down. And people witnessed them trying to let me keep the violence going.
Yeah, I was very confused by that part. I was like, why are we now saying that it's the mod spot for trying to keep the live on track, trying to keep the negativity away from the comment section, which I saw somebody earlier in this comment section asking why did they turn the comments off, because it was getting ridiculous to the point where several mods in there were having a hard time keeping up with blocking people and removing people. But the fact that the mods were told, don't, stop blocking people, stop doing all of it. I'm like, wait a minute, wait now. So now we're going to allow the negativity to flood like this was, and I'm sitting here on mute, like, what the hell is going on? Like now we're not, so it's protect Black women with a caveat. It's protect Black women, but like that kind of energy is not okay. You can't pick and choose which Black women you're going to protect. You're either going to protect us all, or you're going to protect no one, because that says to me that if that person, and I'd be afraid, honestly, if I was the one Black woman they were protecting, I'd be afraid, because that means if I do something outside of the lines of what they feel should be protected, I am no longer under their protection. That is what that means. So to me, it's like the whole thing was like, what is going on? Why are we not? And again, I didn't have a really good place to speak. One, because too much talking was going on, but two, because I didn't know a whole lot about the background until after the fact. And so I'm sitting here like, I can't even defend. I don't even know what the fuck to defend. Only thing, the things that I did say. One was that why are we regulating who and who's coming in and out of the lot? Why are we not regulating who's coming in and out of the comment section? I don't understand why they have to stop doing that. Like, that's crazy to me. I asked Nugs to mod me up because I was ready to jump in and start blocking people. And then they made that. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You guys, like, why is it that we can't protect all? Why is it that it has to be a caveat?
Nuggets wants to only protect one Black woman, and that is Breezy. Every other Black woman is have at it. That's how I feel. And I'm going to say that on my live. You can record it. Nugget, you are in here. I see you coming in and out. You did not operate as a protector. You operated to protect one woman, your Black girlfriend, and everybody else is shark bait. That was a painful experience for me. That was very painful. It was very harmful. It was very violent. And you sat there and you let it happen again. After I came in there for one reason only, to protect Black women. And you took my ability away by trying to call me out and say, oh, I'm not blocking anyone. It's not me. It's me. You told me to block. You told me to protect this space. You told me to block people that come in and agitate. That's what I did. And
Right,
all you
because we
care
had
about
set
is
that
being liked.
tone.
You want to be
We had
liked.
we had set that tone earlier. That's the craziest part about it. We had
Yeah.
set the tone earlier. I had asked Nuggets, you know what I mean, because she's the host, and then I had asked Breezy, right? Because she's co-hosting, right? Exactly, like if this is okay to do, to just start blocking on site, to start calling them out on site. And they said yes. So I thought that we had already set the tone for what we were going to do when protecting. And then me, you, and Ray as well, we set that example. We
Yeah,
laid
we
out
did.
a whole picture of, and a whole
What
blueprint
protection
of
looks
what that was
like.
supposed to look like. Yes.
In detail too. We literally broke it down.
Right.
Not
Rosemary
just
too
for,
was here. Yeah.
yeah. Like we literally broke it down what it looks like to protect a black woman as a totality, what it looks like to not be divisive. We literally laid it out. We talked about it for like an hour. Like
Right.
and how we feel when we're unprotected. We talked about all of these things. Ray being there as well, and she was she was doing her job, knocking them out. And I was like, cool. I felt a little bit of relief because I'm seeing that the mods is knocking people out. And then to the point where they were accidentally knocking out people, not you, Ray, but one of the other young ladies was accidentally knocking out people that didn't do anything. So it was
It
coming
was
that
crazy.
fast. It was coming that fast. That's how quickly
Wow.
the harm was
Hey,
coming. It was
Rosemary.
like one after the other. It was insane. And one of the other things that bothered me, and I didn't, like I said, after talking to you today via DMs, one thing that bothered me that I didn't really pick up on until after the fact was you were the only mod that was mentioned.
That
You were the
part.
only one that was mentioned about, blocking people. When in reality, it wasn't. There were like three other mods in there that were doing the exact same things you were doing. So to me, that suggests that was a targeted argument. That was not
It
about
was.
just being a mod. It was about you personally. Because if it was about being a
Okay.
mod, they would not have kept saying your name. They would not have kept saying she, because we all knew who they were referring to after the fact. But again, it was like, first of all, can't get a word in edgewise, so I can't defend nobody. I'm trying to talk, and it's that whoever that guy was, he agitated my soul. But he just kept going. He just kept going. By the time he finished, he just dropped out. I was like, what the fuck was that? Who was
I
that?
wish I was there. Oh my
It was
gosh.
absolutely insane
It
and
was
draining.
bananas. It was a targeted ambush. That's why the comments were taken down. Nobody could respond because people in the box would have been saying this is not true, that is not true, you are lying. But they sat there and let my character be denigrated for a whole 45 minutes. I kept coming in and out of the live. And I'm like, this is still going on. And what people are not aware of is that I'm talking to both Nuggets and Breezy during this live. And I'm explaining to them how I feel. And nothing was done about it.
Yeah, I'm really pissed right now. I'm actually I'm really mad. And I kind of do want Nuggets and Breezy in here. Please come in here because I want you guys to understand. I want you to understand it, and I want you guys to hear it from us as Black women. You know what I mean? I don't want any rumors. I don't want any back and forth, any telephone. I want you to hear it here for us. You're going to have to learn how to be uncomfortable as well and sit in these moments where, you are also being critiqued like we did for that young Black man, right? But, I'm going to do it with love. I always do it with love, but you're going to have to come in here. Thank you.
Hold on 1 second, baby. Let mommy step outside.
I'm going to mute myself so you all can talk, but I'm going to stay in the box.
Jackson.
Right.
Jackson. Bubba, I'm mommy stepping outside. Keep an eye on Ivy, okay?
Wait, outside? Like,
no, like right in the garage, guys. I'll be right back, honey.
Nuggets, I want you to stay in here.
I don't even know
No,
if
I
I
won't
want
be
to
long,
hold
baby. I
space
promise. Okay.
for people who didn't
I
hold
won't be
space
long.
for me. That's where I'm at this point.
Right.
They didn't hold space for my
Thank
voice to
you.
be heard. I
Thank
was
you.
silenced completely yesterday in their lives.
No, baby, I can't, honey
So
bunny.
why now
I'll be right
should
back.
I hold space for people who didn't hold space for me? That makes absolutely no sense.
Hi guys, how
Nuggets
you guys
and
doing?
Breezy.
I'm here. I'm gonna if I have my baby's with me, so I might have to just keep going back and forth with her.
Okay.
I am first of all, I'm gonna
I didn't
say
say you
right.
could speak. You don't come into man my
All right,
room.
then
I
I'm
didn't
not
say
gonna
you can
sit.
speak.
What I'm not gonna do, I can't.
I didn't tell
I'm
you you
not.
can speak.
So then why am I here?
I didn't invite you here, by the way.
I
So I'm
invited you
confused.
here
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I said
So
that.
then why
Hang on.
exactly am I
Hang
here?
on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I didn't invite you here.
Okay. I need,
I
first of
want
all,
Yeah,
to have a
everyone mute
conversation with
I
you.
themselves.
already first of all, so I'm gonna hop out. If I'm not here to
Bye.
speak, then I'm not
Bye.
sure
I
why
invited you
Bye.
in
why am
here
I here?
so you can
Bye.
listen.
Because I
Bye.
already spoke to Ray all last night.
Bye.
Okay. Y'all,
Bye.
first of all, y'all mute
Bye.
yourself so you can hear us. Mute yourself so
Child
you can
screaming
hear
in the
us.
background. Bye. That's all the ploy.
Okay. Thank you. Mute yourself so you can actually hear.
That's a
I
ploy.
invited
I'm
you in
telling you, that's
here.
how it's done.
Right.
That's so people can feel like she's overwhelmed. I'm not playing this game.
The reason why I invited you in here is because I said that I wanted you guys to be active listeners because I didn't want the rumors and the instigating to continue to happen. I said that I didn't want the telephone to happen. And so I said that I want you guys to be in here so y'all can actively listen and hear it.
Can you guys hear me? Nuggets, you are not allowed to speak in my live. You will be removed. Real talk. You are here to listen. You
Okay.
caused enough
Can
harm and you have been violent enough.
can y'all
You don't
see
get to
me?
speak. You be quiet like you was quiet yesterday. Have that same damn energy.
Can y'all see me? By the
No,
way,
we can see your photo,
you
Coco.
can see my photo. I can't see myself, so I don't.
It
Because
got real weird
TT,
for a second. I was the only one in here, and I'm like, okay, am I talking to myself? I said, welcome to my TED Talk. I ain't know what else to do.
because I'm completely in this. Okay, there I go. Because I'm like, wait a
Okay,
minute.
okay. I'm going to go ahead and mute so you all can talk. I am here literally just to be supportive of my sisters because I feel like we can get to the bottom of this. So let's go.
Okay, I
Okay.
can't see myself again, so that's fine. As long as you guys can hear me, that's
I
okay.
can hear you and I can see you, Coco.
Okay, so here's the misstep, right? We had established that a whole blueprint and visual of what that protection entailed and what it looked like. That should have been consistent throughout the whole part. That wasn't for performance. We weren't putting on a performance. We were showing what that protection looked like and how it needed to happen for all Black women, not just those who we find palatable, not just those who, we're in a relationship with, you know what I mean, but all Black women. Because if it was a Black man doing that and said, well, that's my woman, or etc., I'm just going to only protect her, we will fall apart. We would drag them. And so the same thing, it applies here as well. All Black women deserve protection for simply being. We don't have to like them, know them, or not. But it adds more to the injury with the fact that you were personal friends with Ray. Both of you. You guys have built rapport, established trust, and you broke it. So it doesn't matter what your intent was or what you thought happened. You know what I mean? In this situation, there's an impact was made, and it negatively impacted Ray. And so in this moment, I don't want to hear anyone defend. I don't want to hear any aggression being met at Ray because the space wasn't held for her. And so you're going to hold the space for her now. And I need you guys to put on your big panties in this situation too and learn how to sit in the space and be uncomfortable, because it's not an attack just because she's expressing herself. There is no other way that she needs to present herself in this moment because she's mad and she has every right to be pissed the fuck off. So y'all sit and be uncomfortable with it and you hold space for her. The same way that you held space for everybody else and those Black men who dragged her through the mud aggressively. That was straight violence. Come on now. You're going to hold space for her. You are going to sit in this box and you are going to listen. She's hurt. That goes for you too, Nuggets. Sit and learn how to be uncomfortable in certain spaces when you are being criticized too. I've had to do the same thing. All right, I'm going to mute myself so Ray can have the floor.
So yesterday in Nuggets Live, that Breezy controls. Nuggets doesn't make any decisions without Breezy. Let's just preference that. Preference that. So if Breezy says live keeps going, live keeps going. If Breezy says turn off comments, comments are turned off. And Breezy's a Black woman. So I wanna make that clear. This is the second time that I've been in a live that I was abused and denigrated, that they both control, but mostly Breezy controls. Because Nuggets doesn't do anything unless Breezy tells her to. So when I was sitting in that live yesterday, as a mod, instructed to keep the violence out, That was the instruction, that we was going to have a space where Black women can speak and be heard. All of a sudden, other people came in and was allowed to speak. Not only was they allowed to speak, but they was allowed to lie. One for 45 whole minutes on me, and never got an interruption once. Black men at that. Pat came in accusing me of something I did not do, talking about his live, telling he's not a safe space. Ray's talking about me. Never once any of you interjected. Never once did you correct him and say, that's not what happened. That's not what happened, Pat. Because you both know what happens. We speak regularly talking about this. Mostly you guys are on this app following trails, not me. You didn't correct him. You didn't interject. You let him try to dog me out quickly with ease. The minute that I got in the box to speak about it, Breezy interrupted me, said this live is going to the left. I'm just going to take over and speak over my voice. We're not letting this happen. But you let him talk about me. But the minute that I start speaking, all of a sudden it's interjection. That's to save you. You're a selfish human being, and you uphold white supremacy more than anybody I've ever seen. You have learned those tactics and you have skilled it, in my opinion. And you use it against Black women. I'm a Black woman. I try to defend myself and you interjected immediately. And people were there to watch it. These are the same people that were in that live yesterday. And I could not defend myself. Very dismissive. And that's not the first time this has happened. But this was on a platform. Then I am blocking people who are harassing and agitating the live. You didn't give a long ass speech about how TikTok blocks people. And if you have to correct some of the mods, then you will address it. That's just logisticals, because mods shouldn't just be removing people for no reason, blah, 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 blah. You're throwing me under the bus. I'm the mod. They keep on calling my name directly. They're not talking to anybody else. They're saying Ray is doing this. Ray is doing that. You knew that was an ambush. You knew that was about attacking me, and you let it happen. You didn't say a word. Oh, well, that's just logistics, just dismissing. Nuggets is like, oh, I'm not blocking anybody. I'm not blocking anybody. You threw the mods under the bus. We were doing what was supposed to be done the first time. But it seems to me that you guys like the drama. You like the soap opera. You like to be disrespected and disrespect. And then you want to act like a victim afterwards. You key in the crying. You key in the distracting children. You key in the panic attacks. While you let other Black women be abused in your lives. I blocked like I was told to. I moderated like I was supposed to. And you threw me under the bus. You let people call me out directly and never protected my name once. And to add insult to injury, I literally blocked Little Pat because he came in alive trying to attack you. I blocked him 3 times and you let him back in. I blocked him for you. I was protecting you, but you don't need protection because you're a master at this. Correct? I know I know Breezy's not listening. I know her very well. She doesn't care about anything I have to say. She's just waiting for her moment to talk. That's why I think this is worthless. But I'm going to hold space, Coco, because you asked me to. But I know she does not care. It's all about Breezy.
No, I didn't ask for them to hold space for you. I told them to listen because
No,
it's
I'm
your
saying
turn
you
to
asked
have.
me to hold space and let them in, else I would not even be letting them in. I had a
No,
private conversation with both of these
actually,
people,
I
and I
told
know Breezy don't
them.
give a fuck about me and how I feel. She literally told
Yeah.
me last night she's going to do things the way she wants to do it, no matter how I feel about it.
No,
And
I
even if
didn't.
that means giving people 45 minutes to attack me,
Hmm. No,
she will
so
let them do that for
and
receipt's sake.
context, what I meant, actually, let me make myself clear. I know you're upset, but listen to me intently. What I said was I wanted them in here because I didn't want telephone to happen. I didn't want people instigating, spreading rumors, saying this and that. I wanted them to hear for themselves. I said the space is for you. This is your life. For one, you run it how
Yeah.
you want to run it. But I was saying that this needs to be an opportunity for the space to be held for you that wasn't held initially, and that they need to
Okay. Thank
actually
you. Thank you
hear.
for clearing that
Yeah,
up.
yeah, and that they need
Um,
to hear and
so
be active listeners right now in
she's
this
not
moment.
actively listening. She's actively trying to protect herself in the live. She's actively having private conversations with people. You don't know her like I know her. But okay, I'm gonna hold space for this because I want people to see the truth.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily
After
mean in the box. I just meant in the comments.
at the end
Is
of the
what I
day,
meant.
I reached out to Breezy and I told exactly how I felt. I said 45 minutes of somebody denigrate my character is not cool. You're not even interjecting. And she says, "Well, Ray, I have a system in how I do things. It's not logical for me to combat words that are not true." I told him to bring receipts. If he brings receipts, then I told him I would address it. And I said, that is not logical. Logical thing is you do not let somebody come and denigrate somebody's character 45 minutes straight and not interject once. And to tell them that bring the receipts and then you'll hold me accountable. Are you kidding me? You threw me under the bus so you can save yourself. You used me as a scapegoat so nobody could look at you. Because really what they came to talk about is the fact that y'all accused Carnival Girl of being the one who was being violent against you. But you used me and you let them denigrate me for 45 fucking minutes. And then when I hit you up, telling you how I felt, you basically dismiss me. I can show the text, but I think we're big enough to know what you said was highly inappropriate. You were so dismissive. Basically, you're gonna do how you want to do things, all while hurting me. And I'm bringing it to your attention. And I find it disingenuous for you to say, oh, I don't want to address untruths, all while asking me to go in other people's spaces when they post about you. Please go and protect my name. But now you don't want to address people. But when it was you being attacked, all these posts about you and your protection. Please protect Breezy. She's being attacked. You weren't the only person being attacked, Breezy. You were the only person centering yourself about the attack. That is the difference. I decided to protect Black women instead of protecting myself. I didn't decide to go on a whole campaign about protecting Breezy or protect Ray. I said protect Black women. You decided to protect yourself in this. And your girlfriend did the same. She centered you. No, I want the comments. Turn the comments back on. Because comments is facts now. You were violent yesterday. You left me out there to dry by myself. And then to add insult to injury, when I hit Nuggets up and I said I do not want to get in the box with him. But when he is done, I will get in the box and I will defend myself. I hit Nuggets up. I said, I want to be in a box with them. I'm going to jump out of the box. I'm not participating in this. Well, I'm talking about the facts that the people who were there and witnessed that live, they know what happened in that live. That's what I'm speaking to. So thank you for correcting me. I won't say comments are facts. I'm saying people who were there and witnessed that live, they know I was brutalized in that live and no one protected me. And that is a fact. It is fair because when I addressed her privately, guess what she did? Ignored me. You let me be berated publicly on an app with no protection, no safeguard. That's what you did. You held space for people who literally have dog walked you in their space. You want to hold space because you just want to get back in everybody's good graces. And you would use me to do that. And that was painful to watch and painful to sit in. I left the live, came back. This guy is still talking about me. And you're just sitting there. And then you pushed Beauty in the conversation who doesn't even know what's going on. That was cruel. You're just sitting there. You're worried about you. You know what you said at the end of this? Well, show me the receipts. But I just want to say, I'm tired of people holding me accountable for other people's actions. Keep my damn name out your mouth. Don't lie on me. Went right back to you while you let me be brutalized. And I have used my space to safeguard you over and over again. In Nuggets, I don't even expect anything different from you. You have shown plenty of times who you are, and I didn't want to believe it, but now I know for sure who you are. You have no space. You are like every other white woman. I should have never forgotten that. And I protected you in my life too, which I've never done for any white woman. She allowed Pat in the live to attack me. Pat literally came in here saying that I'm talking about him, and nobody rebutted it. And the minute that I tried to come in, Breezy took over and interjected. You sure know how to speak when you want to speak, but you was super quiet when people were attacking me. So which leads me to believe that that was an ambush. That was purposely done. It makes me come back to the moment when I speak was coming at your neck and you try to throw me in it. It makes me think about that moment on Mr. Jones Live when I speak was like you was holding spaces for this little girl to be attacked. And you was like, I wasn't the only one in the live. It was another woman in the live. You were talking about me and everybody started saying, it was Ray, I speak, it was Ray. You were throwing me under the bus that day. You're disgraceful. All to save your ass. And I've never done that to you. And I speak, called your ass out and said, I'm not talking about Ray. I'm talking about you. I feel betrayed because I was betrayed. And I'm speaking from my heart, and no one is going to tell me how to speak. This is my live. You don't like what I'm saying, you are free to leave. I'm going to speak the way I speak because I'm hurt. I'm disappointed in her mostly. Nuggets, not so much. That's character flaws. This ain't got nothing to do with whiteness. Some people are character flawed. These two are character flawed, in my opinion. They plot and they discuss and they make up shit and keep it going. This is a show for them. They enjoy this. I do not. And some of these people that's in this comment sections are actually them under other accounts speaking on their behalf. They do this quite often. And I'm not playing games. I come to burn the fucking bridge so that nobody will ever cross it again. And I mean what I'm saying, and I'm saying what I mean. This is not real. This is not fun for me. I moved on from this weeks ago. I held 3 days for this conversation. I gave it all I got and I moved on. I was not on a campaign going in different people's lives. That was them trying to clear their names. I did none of that. I never went in nobody else's space. I never tried to clear my name with anyone. I mind my business. I stayed in my space where I feel safe and I kept it going. I kept it moving. I'm not in it for views. I actually do care about Black people. Black women especially. And the reason why I'm calling her out is because when I tried to call her in, she disregarded me. And since you allowed me to be denigrated in front of an entire app, I'm going to call you out now. Ain't no friendship between us because you didn't friend me yesterday. Actually, Danielle, I do know her. I've had drinks with her. I have celebrated my birthday with this woman. So I do know her. But again, my measurement of friendship may not be her measurement of friendship. And I recognize that at this point. And I can hold space for that. We're no longer friends. Go ahead.
Okay. I sat here and I listened to everything you said, right? You've already stipulated at the end of this, you said we're no longer friends. I'm going to hold you to that. That is your, time's right to decide. Quite frankly, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not capable of this. So I'm not going to sit in a position to say that I can't defend myself in this because I know for a fact I'm not capable of some of the things that are being required. I just don't have the tools available mentally to be able to recognize certain things, to not think in a certain. I don't have it available, so I would like to say
She's
at
a
this
liar.
point, if anybody
this is technique and strategy. She does this all the time in everybody's live.
I'm not capable, guys. Okay, I just am not. I don't have it. I don't have the leadership ability. Okay.
Hang on. Wait a minute. No. Ray, give me a moment, please.
She's running. Breezy. This is what she does.
Okay. No. Let me, please. Breezy, we're not.
Yeah, let me take a moment. Breezy, yeah, you're right. You're right.
She always needs a moment.
Listen, both of you.
She always needs a moment.
Both of you.
No, somebody said apologize, and I wanted to say yes, I do need to do that.
Hold space for me in this moment, and everyone stop talking.
Okay.
Shut up. First of all, Breezy, you're a grown-ass woman at the end of the day. You're not a little girl. And so when it comes to accountability, you are going to have to eat it up, whether it makes you uncomfortable or not. We're not doing this every single time. When you're uncomfortable, you're going to pretend as if it's too much. No. Because
this is not too much. This is good. This is not
speaking. I'm speaking.
Okay.
I'm speaking. We're not going to do this. In this moment, someone felt betrayed and hurt. You are going to have to accept that despite your own personal feelings, because her feelings, her safety, right, her regard was non-existent to you. So you do not get to center yourself in this moment. Okay? You don't get to center yourself in this moment. All right? Okay. This is what we tell white women to not do, right?
Okay.
We tell white women to not do this. And so we're going to hold you to that same standard. Okay? You can't do this. in this moment. She's hurt.
Let me.
Okay. So you can't disassociate.
Right. I'm trying not to. I did try to just now because you are right. I was trying to have people understand me, and it's not about me. So I'm going to take a pause and go back and say, Ray, I'm going to go into another portion of thinking right now and say that I heard you and you sound very betrayed. You sound very hurt.
No.
You
We're
sound
not
like
doing
you
that.
trust.
She was. She
Okay.
told you, not
She
sound.
is. You
She
are.
spoke.
You are
Okay.
betrayed. You are hurt. You witnessed your friend in a live be silent and listen to somebody say things about you that were harmful and hurtful, and your friend said nothing. Your friend did not protect you in a. Your friend did not protect you the way that. This is hard for me because I felt that I was, and I am wrong because I'm wrong. I didn't, that is not how I protect. And you felt that you wanted your friend to shut something down, and your friend did not. Your friend did not drop the person, your friend did not stop the person.
No, why she's speaking in third party? She's
And
speaking in third party to disconnect herself.
I
Why
want to, no,
speak? I did
I'm
not
speaking in
protect
third,
you. You did not
I'm
protect
just
me.
trying to I did not protect you. The reason I'm saying friend is because I want the weight of it to be held that I'm not just somebody on the app.
Then say
I'm your
I
friend in real
as
life.
your friend. Say I as your friend.
I as your
Do
friend,
not
I as your
dissociate.
friend in that live, I as your friend in that live did not stop somebody from speaking things against your character and speaking things against you. I am sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry that I betrayed our friendship.
Doesn't sound genuine to me either, but I'm gonna let her have it.
There's no other way for me to. I don't think that the friendship can go on because I know for a fact there's no way for me to operate in the way that is necessary to maintain certain types of friendships, and I am sorry. The standard that is being
Excuse me,
held,
Rain.
okay, the standard that is being held to be able to see certain things, I just don't have. And there's no other way to put that. The same manner that people saw me in that live and saw that I was in my safety.
You're breaking up, Breezy.
I cannot